Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, July 6th, and I am going to start my makeup this morning. Usually, like every other day. No big plans. I can't find my other makeup wipes from Forever 21. These aren't open yet, so I'll just open them. Not a big deal. No big plans. It's about, it's 10:45 now. The baby just went down for a afternoon nap, so I'm taking advantage and trying to get my makeup done with some strawberry milk, like the syrup was stuck on my teeth. So I'm still kind of waking up. We've been up for a couple hours now. She had breakfast and everything, and I think I was eating like a Rice Krispie treat or something. This morning for videos, I just got up my June favorites, which I had filmed yesterday, but I wanted to get that up right away. And my Guru Gossip vlog from yesterday. So what I've found with my vlogs, because I do them every day, I put a lot of stress on my shoulders to get them up that night. Like, so the day that I film it, I try to get it up that day as well. I'm finding that that's not working for me, and it's much easier to get it up first thing in the morning. Sometimes it ends up being a little bit later in the night. It all depends on like how the uploading speed is, because sometimes it takes a really long time to render, and then sometimes it takes a really long time to upload. Like sometimes it'll upload and then stop at like 29%, and it'll stay like that for several hours. So I just have to re-upload it, but it usually picks off where it left off. But that keeps happening with a lot of my videos and stuff, which is quite frustrating. But that's why sometimes videos don't come out till later, because maybe I'll get, video uploading and then I have to go out and run some errands. So while I'm running errands, I'm thinking that my video is uploading, while in reality it's stuck on, whatever percentage. So I figured, to get the stress off my shoulders, because it's already stressful enough to vlog every single day because I don't do much as it is. So to make entertaining vlogs every single day is not an easy task, believe it or not. I try to get different things in my vlogs every day, but it's hard when you do the same thing every day. Like literally, I'm doing my makeup, we're gonna go take a walk when she gets up. Like this has become a daily routine. You know what I mean? And those that watch my vlogs all the time know that. So I hope I'm, keeping vlogs entertaining. I'm really trying, but like I said, there's only so much I can do. So when, 4th of July rolls around or whatever, or like we do something, I try to get as much footage doing that, whatever it is, as I can, because sometimes it's just really boring. I really wanted to go to the aquarium today because I think it's supposed to, okay, so originally I was gonna go to the lake and go swimming with Ella, just her and I, just go take a quick dip or something just to get out of the house. And then I looked at the weather and it said like 80 something degrees, and I'm like, oh, perfect. And then it said thunderstorms, and I'm like, okay, not perfect. It said thunderstorms for today and tomorrow, so I won't really be able to get out of the house too much. We might go out onto the yard with maybe a blanket or something and play out there for a while until it starts raining, to somewhat enjoy the weather. But my husband and I have been trying to have fires every night because we have a lot of extra wood from all the construction going on downstairs and upstairs, like Ella's room. We pulled out a lot of wood before it was finished, and so, and that's been piling up on our porch and making our yard look, unkept or whatever. So we were doing a lot of yard work yesterday. I didn't get all of it on camera. I got, when we were trying to pull out what looked like a really small weed with his truck, it ended up being like a really tough weed to get out, and we weren't able to pull it out. But that's the only thing that I got on tape. We had just bought a new weed whacker, but it comes with like interchangeable parts that you can buy. So we got the weed whacker, but then we also got a hedge trimmer because we have a lot of hedges in our yard, and they were starting to like grow really, really full and kind of like unruly. So yesterday when he got home, because I didn't have the baby for the majority of yesterday because my sister-in-law had taken her. I just bit my tongue. Because my sister-in-law had taken her for the day because I guess yesterday was my husband's cousin's birthday, so they took her to that. So I didn't have her, so I got a lot of work done yesterday on YouTube, which is awesome. You know what I mean? I always love the opportunity to be able to sit down and just work on YouTube, you know, and not have to worry about anything else. Where the heck was I going with this? Oh, so yeah, so we've been trying to have fires every single night, trying to get rid of the wood, and we've just been doing a lot of yard work. We ended up finally getting a pocket hose, which if you haven't seen the infomercials, then you live under a rock. It's just the hose that you turn on and expands. It's really, really light. We had this really heavy, bulky hose, and I couldn't water my flowers. I have a in-progress flower bed, and then I have another little area of my yard with a statue of TJ's old dog, who he loved that dog. And we have flowers around him, and they've been dying. Now, they're perennials. I think those are the ones that come back every year. They come back every year. So they're pretty dead right now. But that's because I couldn't water them, because I couldn't hold Ella while, you know, unwrapping this humongous and heavy hose. And it would get tangled constantly, and it was just the worst hose ever. So we finally got a pocket hose, and that made my life 10 times easier to be able to water my flowers. So every day, well, maybe not today because it's gonna rain because of the thunder, but every day that's not gonna rain, I'm gonna try to get out there and water the flowers and make them kind of come back to life. And I know it's already July, but at least I'll have flowers for 2 more months, you know what I mean? But there's also a lot of planning that needs to be done today, because Ella's birthday party is in about 2 months, so Operation First Birthday is now in progress. So I made my invitation list, and it's just family and like really close friends. I didn't want it to be this whole thing. I'm gonna have it at my mom's, because she just has a bigger yard, and our yard's not quite put together, and we just don't have the space for a lot of people. And just with close friends, like maybe 2 friends, and all like family, like just cousins and aunts and stuff, we have about 50 people coming. So I said, you know, I asked my mom, I said, can I just host it at your party? I said, I'll set up, I'll, you know, clean up, I'll do everything. I just need to borrow your yard, which she said that was fine. She has no problem with that. But I need to start thinking about renting tables, because I don't have enough tables. No way. I actually need to talk to my stepdad first, because we have that restaurant, so there might be a couple tables I can borrow, but it's also at the end of August where he's very, very busy with catering parties and stuff. So I need to talk to him before I go ahead and order the tables. I was going to order 5 large round tables, you know, have about 10 people roughly at each, and I figured, you know, that way I can save a bit of money of just getting less tables but bigger tables. So I'm just gonna rent from the same people we rented for my wedding. They were really, really good. And I've been browsing Pinterest and getting ideas of like homemade party favors, because I went on a website called Oriental Trading, which is basically like wholesale party items and a whole bunch of stuff, but it was still expensive to get it in bulk. So I said, you know what, half of this stuff I can make. Like, obviously I'll have to get like plates and, you know, cups and stuff, but I've been getting a lot of inspiration from Pinterest, and I figured that I wouldn't do a specific theme for her party, but it's just everything girly, everything and anything girly, but also keeping the color scheme pink, white, and silver. I was thinking about doing pink and gold, which I might. I'm going back and forth between gold and silver, but I know I want pink and white to be part of it. So the theme was just gonna be girly, you know what I mean? But so I might go to Party City today. I texted my husband and I said, we need to start coming up with a budget for this party because I don't want to spend a ton of money, and I don't also, I don't want to spend under as well. So he won't see that till later. And then we need to call the electrician today because I'm totally freaking out. When our insurance money kicked in for the kitchen, they said we have 6 months to get it done. Like they were holding money on the side to make sure that we weren't buying like really, really cheap stuff to be able to pocket insurance money, like the whole insurance fraud thing. So they said, you have 6 months to get this kitchen done. And if we see that you guys are actually buying new cabinets and new counters and not just flea market stuff, then you'll get the rest of the money. Well, 6 months is in September, believe it or not. So I'm freaking out because you guys see my kitchen almost every single day. It is not done at all. So we've been trying to get a hold of this electrician, and I'm having the hardest time, and it's now literally affecting my sleep. I got almost no sleep last night because I was so sick to my stomach, worried about not getting this done. And I know I shouldn't because this isn't the first time that we've been on the time we've been timed to get a project done, and I've been freaking out about it getting done for quite a while, and then all of a sudden it just pulls itself together. So I know I really should just give my worries to God, you know what I mean, and just not worry about it, not lose sleep over it, but I can't help it because it's a lot of money that we can use on our kitchen that we'll lose if we don't get this done. So I told my husband last night, actually, I was up. When he got up for work this morning around 4 o'clock, I was up, tossing and turning because I couldn't sleep. And I told him, I said, TJ, I can't sleep. I said, can you please call the electrician today and try to get this sorted out because now it's at that point where it's affecting my sleep. And my sleep affects my mood, and my mood affects my daughter and my work. You know what I mean? It affects a lot of things. So he promised that he would call him on his way home from work. So thank God. I hope he answers. So it's a lot going on, and also I've never planned a birthday party before, so I'm getting a little stressed out. But what I'm gonna do is make a list of everything that I need. Then I'm going to make a list of all the things that I want to make for the decorations and all the supplies that I'll need. So hopefully, I'm hoping to make a trip to Michael's when my husband gets home, just to take his debit card because I know he wants to do some more yard work with the hedges and stuff. So I'm hopefully going to take his debit card and go to a party store or to Michael's and have a list ready, of all the DIY projects that I want to do. And I don't think I'm going to create a formal DIY video here on YouTube for all the projects, maybe 1 or 2, but because I'm so short on time for it, I don't know how much I'm gonna show, you know what I mean? So that's that. But I have a lot of cute ideas. I have a whole board on Pinterest going for her to for ideas. It's gonna be really, really cute. But like I said, if everybody that I invite shows, which is not likely, we'll probably have about 50 people. So, but luckily the invitations are ordered, so those are gonna come in the mail. I just have to get my brother's new address, and I think I have all the addresses from the wedding. I had wrote them down in this binder I kept for the wedding to keep all the details together. So I think I have pretty much everyone's address I need except for his. So I gotta text him today so that when they come in about a week, I can just send them out. So I'll have to get stamps for that. It's just stressful, you know what I mean? And I gotta look for a baker to make a cake. And I used to work with this girl who makes cakes, but I know she's had a lot piled on her plate recently because, we just used to talk at work, and she said that she was really stressed out about a lot of things. So I was thinking about asking, oh my goodness, that just went, oh shoot, that went everywhere. I was thinking about asking her, but now I'm a little bit like, should I? Strictly because I don't want to, I feel like she'll feel obligated to, you know what I mean? And I just don't want to put that on our plate. So I don't know, but I need to find my husband, his aunt also makes cakes too, so I might ask her. And she actually made my wedding cake, which was stunning, but we didn't pay for a wedding cake. She gave it to us as a wedding gift, but this one I definitely want to pay her for. But I'm not even sure if she's still doing it, so I don't know. We'll see. There's just a lot I need to think about, but a lot I need to start prepping for now, you know what I mean, and not wait till last minute. But I'm pretty much doing it on my own. I mean, I might ask for help for here and there, but I think I work better on my own, I believe. You know what I mean? I just get things. I don't like to rely on other people for important things. Does that make any sense? Like, if something's really important, I like to just do it and know I did it and know it was done the right way. And I hope that doesn't sound mean. It's just, you know what I mean? So this intro turned out way longer than I thought it would be. So I'll keep the rest of the vlog short today. I haven't worn my hair up in a really, really long time, but I did this kind of like messy, lazy ponytail. I just kind of clipped my extensions up, and then it's really messy, but it's kind of just like laid back, but I kind of like it. Alright, so I just drove a little ways from my house. I'm actually right by my high school, which is, I don't know if you'll really be able to see it, somewhere over there. I like walking this path. There's a lot of sidewalks. It's more so a main road, but I like to sometimes come here and walk instead of just our neighborhood. So that's what we're here to do. We're just going to take a walk and then head home and figure out what the heck else to do today. Okay, so we just got back from a really, really, really long walk, and I am so flippin' hot right now. Like, I just kind of want to change into a sports bra, and I'm probably just going to strip her out of her dress because it's just really, really, really hot. It could be because I was walking in 90-degree weather. Hi, Boo! But we just got back. I love taking that walk because it's long. Your toy's talking to me, Boo. Hi. No, so I love... Oh my god. I love that walk because it's long. There's a lot of sidewalks, and she loves walks. Hi, Boo. And there's a lot for her to look at and keep, preoccupied with. The only downfall is you do get hit on by passing cars because it is such a main road. And I actually had to flick one guy off because it was just kind of like disrespectful what he said when he drove by, you know what I mean? It wasn't like bad, but it was just like, okay, that was unnecessary. He was like hitting on me. He didn't say like, you like B or whatever. Anyways, so that happened. So we just got back and we stopped at a convenience store and I got a couple sodas. It was funny. I just picked up a soda, and you know how it always says like share a Coke with blah blah blah. Well, I picked one out and it just happened to say Amber, which is one of my friends, so I want to send it to her because she's in Virginia still. And then I got a Sunkist. So I'm gonna have some lunch. Ella, I'm gonna wait a little bit on having lunch because usually what I'll do is give her breakfast like an hour after she wakes up. And then lunch around 2 or 3 or when she wakes up from her late afternoon nap. And then she'll have supper around 6 or even 7. I try to feed her as late as I can because her bedtime is anywhere between 8 and 9, like somewhere within that hour I put her down. Hi, Boo! So she won't have lunch for a little bit, but I'll definitely give her like a snack in between, like a yogurt or a banana or, just something very, very small and very light. She has a teeny tiny stomach, so it's not like nothing's going to hold her over. Owie! And she always goes to bed, or like naps with a bottle, so she'll have a bottle as well. But I'm just feeling so lazy. I was thinking about setting up a blanket outside for her to play on, but it's like so hot that it's almost unenjoyable. Hi, baby. And oh, hi. Hi, Boo. She always gives me these hugs. I love you, baby. I was thinking about bringing her to the lake, which I said this morning, but what? It said it was supposed to rain, but it hasn't rained yet, so I'm kind of like, is it gonna happen or not? You know what I mean? Hi, baby. But I don't know. I really wish, at times like this, I really wish I had my own pool, so. But I'm not a big fan of lakes. I'm actually more scared of lakes than I am oceans. Why does that make any sense? I have no idea. My fears are really, really irrational. Like, I'm afraid of lakes, not oceans. I'm afraid of worms, but not snakes. I couldn't explain it to you either. I don't get it. But this hair is just not cooperating today. But I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Probably just some like spaghetti, like Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs or something. I think I ate all the leftovers in my fridge from yesterday, I believe, because I was bored. So I eat when I'm bored. Baby girl, stay over here. Stay over here. She always tries to go in that corner, and I don't know what's so fascinating about the corner, but that's why I have all those pillows there. Hi, Smiles. You know you're not supposed to be over there. Alright, I'm gonna go eat some lunch. Alright, we're ready for the pool, or the lake, right, baby? Uh-oh, you're coming out of your top a little bit. It's a teeny bit too big for her. I'm wearing a strapless bathing suit top, and for bottoms, I'm just gonna go in these shorts. I'm gonna bring my other shorts to bring with me, but I have a full face of makeup. Going swimming! Yay! No, I wasn't expecting that. We're gonna go swimming today. This is the first time I've had my toenails painted in like months, no joke. Hello, Belle. Hi, baby. What's Mimi doing? Blowing up your raft? Huh? This is cold. She might not like it because it's freezing cold. Yeah. She doesn't know what to do. Because the water's getting closer. She's like, stop touching me, it's cold. You want to touch it? She's like, nope. You want to touch it? Go ahead, touch it. She's freaking out. Nope. Alright, let's get you those PTs in it, right? No. I don't think so, Ma. I don't think so. Oh. Ready? She won't let me put any part of her in the water. I can break it out. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi, Annabelle. Look at the camera. We're swimming. So we just got back, and I think I'm in a bathing suit top, don't worry. I think I want to start a fire because you're allowed to have a fire after 5, and it's 4:55 now. We have so much wood to burn still, but I don't know if you ever saw my fire pit because it was shown in yesterday's vlog, but it was lit up. So it's a pretty big pit, pretty cool. There was like a full like coal bed in there last night, but we have all of this wood up here to burn because it's all construction. So all of that will be burned so we can start to fix our porch a little bit. But I wanted to show you some of the progress that we've been doing. So we got a hedge trimmer so we can trim up these hedges. And I know it's a mess because of all the hedges right now, but I do have a flower bed going on, just they haven't like flowered. These are all a bunch of flowers. Then we have a bunch of like little lilies coming up and some more over here. And then up here is what I'll show you. We planted some more flowers, but these are also not flowering yet, so I'm watering them every single day, trying to get them to come up. But that's a statue of TJ's old dog trooper. So we have this statue and the angel, and I actually really have to weed over here, which I might do now while I have a chance. So we have the statue and an angel, but there's a bunch of flowers in here as well, but I gotta weed, so I think I'm gonna go back inside and grab my gardening gloves to do just that. So I'm starving, so my husband just got home, so I left the baby with him, and I said that I'll go pick up some food. I'm not sure what he wants. I'm getting Papagino's right now, which is just a pizza place. I love it though, but TJ's not the biggest fan, so I'm going to pick up my Papagino's, and then I'm going to give him a call to see what he wants me to pick him up. So getting me some food. Alright guys, I'm going to end the vlog for today. I'm wearing my Eric Church shirt and outside at the fire. So it's been a good day, long day, but I think I got some good footage. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you tomorrow.